Right, so I've been walking around for a bit, looking for backlit trees, which I'm hoping I can find down this path. Alternatively, I'm going to wait for blue hour as well. So after the sunset, we should be able to get some cooler colors come through, diffused light, not specular at all, which will help soften the shadows and the textures and everything, and help simplify the scene a lot more. Forests are chaotic, and when you introduce contrast and specular lighting, it becomes even more chaotic. With diffused lighting, which I'm hoping we'll see once the sun gets a bit lower, everything sort of tones down and you can get composition a lot easier. I quite like the shape of that Y and that tree right ahead. Beautiful colours coming through there. Shooting that on the 135. I might shoot it as a pano just because we've got these two framing the shot with the Y of the tree in the middle. Right, so for this exercise I am using my 135mm with a EasyJet Mil Pro Tricolor CPL. Actually, swap these two around. So CPL back, walking it in place, along with a Black Pro Mist 1/4 filter just to soften out those highlights. Just going to focus on my subject and then switch off main focus and do 2 passes of this, one shooting at f16 and do another pass shooting at f2. So I'll start from the tree on the left, set a timer delay of 2 seconds, and right, there we go. I'm going to move it up slightly, overlap it by about 25%. You always want to shoot a little bit wider just to give Photoshop that breathing room when you put the panel together. So there I've shot 9 images in sequence. I'm going to go back to my starting point, go down to f2 to show single exposure, about a stop underexposed, just to save those highlights as well. Here we go, do another pass. What I normally do, just to make my life a bit easier, is to do a 1 black frame. No, that's the end. Now a new sequence will start. So, starting with a new sequence, 60th of a second, f2, ISO 100. And this way you'll get to see the difference between using f16 and f2. And I like using f2 to simplify the composition a bit because it blurs out the foreground and the background a bit better and just keeps the focus on the subject. And I'm using the Y shape of that tree because of the shape. It's a very recognizable shape and it's framed quite well with the 2 trees on either side of it. While I love both versions of this scene, I lean towards the f2 version purely because the shadow depth field simplifies the composition more by blurring out the distractions in the foreground and background. And let me know what you think in the comments below, which version you prefer. Bit of a scramble now getting up this hill to a clearing. It's got a good view of a small little Cotswold type town down in like a little valley surrounded by beautiful trees, especially now. It's looking lovely. Pretty good. I think that's it. light's fading up here now, so I'm going to head back and start looking for some compositions for blue hour, dealing with proper diffuse light now as well. So now I'm just walking back, and on the way here I did see a couple of good compositions, and some I did want to try before, but I was waiting for autumn just for these colours to come, and now they're here. Might be worth trying a few. So look at that tree. It's the last bit of daylight hitting it there. And I think that is definitely a single shot because the light back there is too bright. So, nice vertical shot with the 135. I've shot this composition before, but very early on, before autumn, at the start of autumn. But now these colours are just beautiful. Just using again single vertical frame, 2 trees, and a little pathway leading up to it. There's a deer about, I don't know, 10 meters away from me. While walking back to my car, I did manage to shoot a few more compositions before finally calling it a day. The lovely tones of the blue hour contrast nicely with the beautiful autumn colours, and I used a longer focal length to compress the foreground and simplify my composition. If you want to know more about composition, be sure to download my free guide on landscape compositions using the link below. Also, subscribe to my mailing list for monthly landscape photography tips. You won't want to miss it, as I'll be sharing updates on my upcoming full landscape photography course. Well, I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you found it helpful, please let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.